Good morning, everybody. Right, back on the Pike today. Now, it's quite a bright sunny day. I'm not sure how this is going to look when I turn this camera around. It's going to get a lot of sun in your eyes, I think. Oh, ain't too bad. Yeah, right, well done. I've come back to our normal piking venue to see how we get on here today. The problem is we've had quite a few days of frost and most of the lake is covered in ice. This is the only part I can fish, is right in this bay, in this corner here. So there's quite plenty of water for me to fish. But the only trouble is I know out here there was a lot of weed beds. Obviously the weeds died back now, so hopefully we'll be able to pull a pike or two out of here. Normally we fish just past where those coots are. Well, Delwood set them actually is where we've been fishing before. But there's quite a lot of ice just 20 yards out. So I'm worried if a lot of those pike or those big eels we had were sort of like heading towards that island area. So I'm a bit worried if they do that again. And obviously the line's going to get caught against the ice and it may cut them off. So it's just a bit risky really. So I've come down in this bay. There's plenty of water here. We've got all along the side there. All this bay. There's another swim over there. I looked at it because I've had that's where I caught my biggest pike over there, just over, well, 13 pound it was. So we're in the right area anyway, so we'll see how we get on. But I don't know if we're going to be as lucky as we were when we've done our last pike video. That was a fantastic day. 4 lovely pike from the south, lost 1. And 10 pike in total for all of us. Right, okay, what I've done, basically I've got the same setup as what I was using at that the last venue. So I've got me, well, apart from what I've done here, I've got the single hook on again for here. Single hook there on the leisure. My float rod, I've got my normal set of trebles just there. And bait wise, I've got some little Joey mackerel, which are just about the ideal size really. Got those, which I'm going to put on the trebles, the float rod, and some little smelt to go onto the single hook. And see if we can get something on the single hook would be good. Hopefully, we might even get a bite if we're lucky. But there's nobody else fishing here. Some guys just turned up walking around. But it's not a lot of swims. There's only this corner along here. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. It's nice frosty. It was about -3 or 4 when I turned up, so it's probably about the same now. It's quite nice in this corner though, because the sun's there, and yeah, it's quite warm really. Right, okay then. So I'm going to do, obviously probably get the float out on this bay here somewhere, just see how deep it is as well. I might just try and keep it off the weed, so it's drifting around a little bit. And obviously the ledger's going to be on the bottom anyway. So right, okay. A little snipe there just got up. Must have been along the edge of the lake there. Right, okay. Right. Just see if these baits are thawed out. I sort of took them out when I left home. Oh, I'll get in there. Yeah, they'll be alright. Give them another 5-10 minutes and they'll be ready to go. Right, okay. Oh yeah, and I've got some, what are they called? Blueies in there as well. Not really had a lot of luck down there with them. So, but quite small, narrow. Thought they'd be ideal for like putting on a single hook if need be. Right, okay then. Let's get baited up and see how we get on today. Right, let's get some bait out there. Right, okay. Tangled in the tree. Right, there we go. Got the mackerel on the float. Right, let's get that out to the left there somewhere. Hopefully you can see me alright. Pretty short. The sun's right in the wrong place really for filming. Right, just plop this out in the middle of this bay, I reckon. See if there's anything out there that's going to be hungry. cross that one out. A little bit of slack on there, just in case we get a run. There's no wind today, so not too worried about the line sinking at the minute. Actually, I might just tighten it up on that a little bit, just enough to move it a bit. Right, that's better. Right, okay, that's that one set up. Just put the old bait runner on, just in case. Net's all ready to go. Hopefully we're going to need it today. Right, that's the float out. Let's get the ledger out with the smelt on and single hook. Right, let's see a smelt there, a single hook. All I've done is just put it through, hooked it through there, laid the wire across there, and just got a little bit of bait elastic just to tidy it up so it's nice and straight. Right, I'll probably just go out to the right there somewhere. Just hunt about, see what we can pick up, really. I should put my wellies on. It's a little bit flooded just there. God, that sun is not in a good place. Oh, try that again. A lot of bubbles coming up. So as I say, there's a big weed bed out there. So I just obviously restricted what we can fish today. So, got to get me a drop back indicator for the. I don't know if I really need that today, really. Probably just leave it as it is for a minute. Soon enough, we've got a bite on me, so I just go screaming off. A bit too low in the water there. A bit more. Right. So, oh, actually, I will get my little drop back indicator on there. Right, there we go, guys. That's 2 rods out. Let's see how we get on today then. At least we're fishing. It's about the only part of the lake we can fish anyway, so I ain't got a lot of choice. Right, okay then. Let's see how we get on today. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to relocate this leisure rod. Oh, blimey, that felt really weedy, that did. Yeah, because I know there's a big weed bed out here. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, covered in a lot of debris. That. I think what I might do actually, I think I'm going to put a float on here instead. Because when I cast it out, obviously it goes down, loads of bubbles come up where it's going down through the weed. When I just pulled it in there, it's all covered in weed. Right, yeah, I think I'll take the ledger off of there, I think, and we'll stick a float on. Right, okay. It took a couple of minutes just to swap it over. Yeah, it's just laying too tight on the bottom really and all that weed. Right, so I've got a single hook back on there and a float. And I've got it a little bit shallower than the other one. Hopefully that'll keep it above the weed bed that's out there. Might just hopefully drift around a little bit as well. Right, okay, let's get that out there and see if it works. Because I know when I fish that other swim there, straight out, there's like a bit of clear area. But the thing is that ice is right next to it. So it might be a bit risky really, but Oh, well, we'll try it. We'll get the float out there and see if it see how it reacts. Just see if it's what it's going to do. As I say, because that weed bed's out, that ledger just went straight into it. And obviously the bait was just hung up in it. Oh well, we'll see what happens with the float. Right, let's get it back on the rest here. I do like float fishing though, it's more exciting, isn't it? See that whole float start bobbing about. Well, I think what I'll do, I might just reposition this one as well. It's been out there a good hour. Let's just see if it's got any weed on it. Oh, felt a bit weedy. Yeah, look, you see all the weed? It's no good like that. Still loads of weed out there. I think what I might do, bring this one, because normally this is the depth I normally fish here on here. I think we'll bring that down a bit. Make that one a bit shallower as well, I think. Bring it down a good couple of feet maybe. Just have it floating about out there a bit more above the weed. Oh well, trial and error, innit? Just see we get it right. Bring it down about a couple of feet, I reckon. See if we can get it drifting above the weed bed. Right, see how that goes. Hooks look alright in there still, I think. Yeah, lovely little Joe mackerel, spot on size really. Right, let's see what happens to this one. Let's get that out a bit further this time. So there's not a lot of wind here today, so it's not really going to drift all over the place, but hopefully sink it a little bit. Might make it a bit more visible for the old pike, because the water is really clear here. So it's quite a visual venue really, especially this time of year. Right, I feel a bit more confident about that now. Right, okay then. Let's see if that attracts any fish. Right guys, taking that little smelt off now, and put half a little section of a little Joe mackerel on there, on the single hook. I don't have a lot of confidence to smelt here. I've never ever had a pike here on one, all the times I've been fishing here. So I've just put that little section of a Joe mackerel on the single hook. Got a bit more confidence in that. Well, it's not coming back weed on anymore now, so which is a good sign. Right, let's get this back out. So you've got to fish with what you're confident in, aren't you? So let's try that. So I've had most of my pike here on mackerel, so it's the bait to use here, I think. Right, let's let back out. Let's try that. There's one guy just turned up. I think he's going to try and do some carp fishing, but the trouble is, this is the only side of the lake that you can fish. It's quite narrow before you get to the weed. So I'm not 100% sure if he's going to stick it out. He's moving his van now. What he's going to be doing, I don't know. That's the trouble at the minute. Just say the ice. You can probably see it. It's only like, God blimey, what's that, 30, 40 yards out there. Then you've got the ice. So you've got like a narrow strip up through here. This is about the biggest part, just in this little bay. So, pretty restricted really. So I don't know if he's just brought all his gear down to where we normally fish for the pike. I presume he's going to carp fish. I don't know. He's sort of like, he's got his van now, so I don't know if he's going to come back, get all his gear and try somewhere else or not. But yeah, I don't know. Right, anyway, we've got the section of Joe mackerel on there now with a single hook, and see how we get on with that, I reckon. Right, okay then. Right guys, got a bite on the single hook. The old floater's moving around a little bit then. Yeah, I'd like to get one on that single hook, that'd be good. Oh, there it goes. A bit more movement on the float now. See if we can hook up onto this thing. There's a way. Little Joey mackerel. I think it's how long do you leave it? Same old thing, isn't it? Well, see what happens. Yep, we're in. On the single hook as well. Well, that's a result. Right. A little jack, but that'll do me. Result. Nice one. Huh, that's a result on this thing. Look then, isn't it? Perfect. Ain't a bad little fish. Right, give him a minute to rest up there, and then we'll get the hook out. Excellent. Result on the single hook. Brilliant stuff. Just see the old mackerel hanging out of the thing there. Right, there we go guys, result. Got a nice little pike there. Yeah, little single hook done the job there. Yeah, nice one. Real pleased with that. I don't know what's the matter with his old jaw. Something's happened to him in the past by the looks of it. Yeah, nice little fish. Result on the single hook. Yeah, well pleased with that. Beautiful. Right, okay, get a quick photograph of it and slip it back so we can get another one. Right guys, what a result there. On the single hook as well. Excellent. Well pleased with that. Right. Sort out this line on the end of the rod here. It's a bit twisted up. Yeah, I'm well pleased with that. Perfect. What a result. That's what we want. Right, let's get it back out there so we can get another one. Yeah, the old hook came out pretty well. In the end, it got itself out. So it's barbless. So. Right, let's get it back out there again. Get just off the edge of that ice there this time. I think it drifted across this way a little bit, which is what we wanted it to do anyway. Just exploring all the the water, isn't it? If you know what I mean. It's what we want. Yeah, it must have been about £6-7 that pike. I didn't bother weighing it, but yeah. So as you can see in the video, yeah, that's got a bit of a deformed sort of jawline there. It's been caught before and got a bit beat up. Right, result on the single hook then. Right, just move this other one around because it's been out there a little time now. So what I'm trying to do is sort of like move them around a bit every 45, 50 minutes or so. Just to try them at different areas in the swim really. What's up there? So hopefully just keep moving it around till we pick up a pike. What I'm trying to do is have my glasses on. Where's a barbed one? Oh, there is. Yeah. Right, we're going to try it now in this swim. I might sort of go over that way a little bit. I know there's a lot of weed out here, but it's just moving it around at different places. Because you never know where these pike are going to be laying up and feeding. Could be a monster laying there, you just don't know, do you? Well, we're up and running now, so we caught a pike, so we haven't blanked, which is a good thing. Right, try that over that way a little bit. That one's more to the right now, a bit further out. Perfect. Oh, I'm well pleased with that. Well pleased. Excellent stuff. Right, okay then. Let's see if we get on with these couple of casts. Right, just a quick update. I've put fresh Joe mackerel on the left hand rod now with the trebles on. Just casted that out a couple of minutes ago. Nothing again on the single hook at the moment, but as a result for me, well pleased with that. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Yeah, definitely made my day really. Plus we caught a pike as well, but actually catching it on a single hook. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Well pleased with that. Yeah, it'd be nice to get another one, wouldn't it? Yeah, the old sun's starting to drop down over the back of the trees now, so it's starting to get a little bit chillier. But when I come here this morning, it was lovely. When I was first set up here, it was the sun, like a little sun trap in there. It was lovely. But as you can see now, it's quite in the shade now. The old sun's sort of starting to dip down over the back of those trees there. But yeah. Oh, enjoying it. Still got a couple of hours left yet really, so I'll stick it out till dark. Normally between 4:30 and 5:30 now it gets dark, so and the old temperature's going to drop again. I think it's down about minus between 6 and 7 and 8 tonight, I think. But just make out the ice to have there. Yeah, the other chap, he's just packed up now. He was carp fishing, but it's too cold for carp now, isn't it? Really. I'm just saying that, my son went fishing last night, his little club boat, and he had one just over £30 underneath the ice, so he is well made up with that, as you can imagine. Yeah, nice fish. But we'll stick it out here anyway till it gets dark, and see if we're going to catch a couple more maybe. Yeah, I'm back on this Hero 4 GoPro again now. I don't know what's the matter with this camera. But I was just trying to record on it just a minute ago, and now it's just cuts off and says turns off. Just annoying really. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe it's just too cold for it or something. I just won't have it. But so I'm on this one at the moment. So what I'll do, I'll swap it over for my other camera, what I used last time when we was out after the pike on the big lake. And the last thing I want to do is not be able to film any action. So what I'll do, I'll swap this camera over in a minute. Right, okay guys, just a quick update. Fresh bait on the left and the little Joey mackerel tail section on the single hook. Right, okay guys, catch up with you in a bit. Right everybody, time's getting on a bit now. It's starting to get cold, I know that. The old sun has disappeared over there somewhere. You'll be able to see it through the trees there. Yeah, we've got about another hour to go. It's going to be dark and cold. So what I'm going to do, will probably be the end of this video now, unless I catch something, then I'll come back. So yeah, well pleased. Yeah, it's nice to get that pike on a single hook. So that's a tick for that one. Yeah, well pleased with that. It would have been nice to get a few more pike here, but every time I come here all I seem to do is get single pike. Never get a double pike here for some reason. You know, we'd catch one and have a few runs and then never catch anything else, but there we go. Anyway, we caught one, so we haven't blanked, and we got it on a single hook, which is a bonus. Well pleased with that. Yeah, I've had quite a few views on the last video we'd done. I've just checked my phone, I think it's about 940 views on there, so that's, you know, well pleased with that, and about 26 likes I think. So cheers for all the likes, and thank you very much for all the new subscribers as well. I think I'm up to 773 now, so yeah, cheers for that guys, thanks very much. Welcome to the channel. Right, like I just said, probably going to knock this one on the head, well for the video anyway, but like I just said, if I catch anything else I'll be back. So not sure what we're doing on the next one, but it'll either be fishing or shooting. I did go rat shooting the other night with my air rifle around the farm. I had 14 rats, but the thing is, I couldn't film it because obviously it's at night and it's dark, and I haven't got the right camera equipment for that. So I didn't actually. I took a few photographs of what I shot, but I didn't do any filming. But hopefully over the Christmas period, when we've got a bit more time off, I'm going to go up the woods and see if we can get a few squirrels with the air rifle, so I'll be able to video that. So I look forward to that one. Right, okay guys, hope you've enjoyed this little video, but if I do catch another one I will be back. If I don't come back, then you know I haven't caught any more. Right, okay then guys, hopefully we'll see you all on the next one. Right, bye for now guys, take care.